Hello, my name is Raman Muthusamy, Medical Director for Endoscopy for UCLA Health.
And I'm Adarsh Thacker, Interventional Endoscopy, also at UCLA Health. In this video, we're going to demonstrate the setup, use, and disposal of a single-use duodenoscope.
We hope you'll find this video useful as you begin to incorporate this device into your ERCP practice. So we're using an EXALT Model D device. This is literally the package that it comes in. Often can be stacked. You can see generally how much space it takes here. And so we're literally going to take this out of the box. It does come with a handle. And you can see as you take this out of the box, it's sort of stored in a sort of a vertical fashion here. So the first thing I'll do is take the box out of the way. You can see it has a teal sort of umbilicus here, and that's the part that separates it from your standard reusable scopes, so that you know this is a single-use device. So we just basically open the top, and you can take this out. And so here's the packaging that we have here, and again, it's meant to essentially mimic the standard reusable duodenoscope that you have. We'll essentially separate it from the connectors here. A little connection here. We pull the scope out. We've got that out. So now we've got the scope here. Again, here's the connector port, the distal tip, and so we can use this holding the scope here. We can kind of assess the flexibility of this and sort of inspect the distal tip of the device. And then once we've sort of done that, we can sort of break in the knobs a little bit, turn them a little bit left and right, big knob, little knob, and then as well assess the elevator mechanism, so check it going up and down, okay, as well. So we'll check the functionality of our knobs, okay. Once we've sort of accomplished those things, we've assessed the shaft, we've looked at the tip, we've used the elevator, we've done the knobs here, we now then, and this is the OrcaPod system that comes in essentially with both a suction and air-water valve as well as a biopsy cap. Okay, and so we'll take this out. Got a blue button, air water on the bottom, rinse it first. Okay, so you just put that in. This is very similar to your standard duodenoscope. Again, the red on here, and we have a biopsy cap that we can put on as well. So we've now got everything on, and so we're ready now to actually insert this into the controller, which is on our cart. Okay, so now that we've sort of prepped our scope, we have a controller box here. It's already been turned on. If it wasn't on, you'd normally take about 15 to 30 seconds. You'd press this button and turn it on to get it fully functional. You can see that it's basically exactly the same as a spyglass box, which actually sits on top of it, but it is separate. When you've got this device, you sort of see that there's a click button here, and that click button is going to be on the top. There's a little bit of a marking here on the bottom. That's the part that goes on the bottom. So you essentially put this in to sort of to lock it in place. You can hear that little click that's there. And then once we've done that, Karina will go ahead and hook us up with our suction and air water. There is no insufflation device built into this, and so therefore you'll need a separate, usually a CO2 insufflator is what I'd recommend. And then of course we have the suction. So after we plug this in, we confirm that we actually have a picture, and you can see my finger here, okay, and I can control the brightness of the image here by pressing up down on the console, so you can see it gets a little brighter or not here, and we can check an image capture. You can see the little photo on the top right, so we are able to take our pictures here, and then the last step will be to check our sort of water and suction. So here we're going to put this underwater, and you can see that my carbon dioxide is now bubbling here. And then I will go ahead and I'll press on my button for the liquid, and you can see here that I've got my water. Okay, so all steps are functional. We'll check suction here as well. That seems to be going well, so we're all set to start the case. So we've completed the case, and really the emphasis is that it's really very similar to what your standard, your standard procedure in both setup as well as the performance. Once we're done, again, we take off. We can basically turn off the device. Go ahead and unhook the water and the suction, and then just press down on the lever and pull out, and we've got our device here. And so now we've essentially got the product in our right hand, and it's extricated from the base unit. Really, the main difference occurs at the very end of the case, of course, because instead of spending a lot of time doing an in-room suction and then subsequently preparing this for manual cleaning, high-level disinfection or sterilization, our entire reprocessing cycle can be completed through disposal. Again, this is a zero landfill product. It actually can be recycled. We're not doing that right now given the issues of the pandemic, but this is something that can entirely be recycled, with the plastic parts being reused for heat, for thermal energy, and all the metal can be recycled and repurposed.